Good morning friends, welcome to my YouTube channel of Astrologer Anil Aggarwala. Today we will be talking about the illness of Donald Trump and Melania Trump. Both are found positive for coronavirus. So I shall be discussing I don't have the chart of Melania Trump, but D8 chart is also showing that Melania Trump is also suffering from disease and a chronic disease, and coronavirus is a chronic disease. So friends, let me just read it out for you. Donald Trump and Melania Trump suffer coronavirus. What stars foretell? The planetary positions are not conducive for Donald Trump using the birth chart, VARSHPHALA chart and the Vedic progression chart by MANNU SMRITI. He may face fall in status and bad health may continue. The Jupiter in the second house is a MARAK, because Jupiter is fallen in his case and he is also the 8th lord and transiting in the 8th from the 10th house. So it is clear cut showing a fall of status. The Purva Janma Karma, it is showing the Purva Janma Karma. He will suffer because of the Purva Janma Karma. The Jupiter in the second house is a Marak and transiting in the 5th house as a fallen planet in the 8th from the 10th house, and is also the 8th lord from the Lagna. He is bound for trouble. The D8 chart also shows acute trouble to his wife due to coronavirus. MUNTHA in the 4th house will add woes to the illness of both. He is bound for fall in status in the immediate future. He may try all odds and may not be successful. He will try his all odds. And for this I can tell you, from the 10th of November to 18th of November will be the most venomous time frame for US. Just after the elections are declared, because Mars will be in Gandanta and will be aspecting the natal sun, in the chart of US from the 8th house. Mars will be 20 degrees and Sun is 20 degrees. So friends, you can see for yourself what will be the result. So let me analyze now his chart. Now we have seen the news is President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump test positive for coronavirus COVID-19 as far as the media news is concerned. Then doctors say giving Trump the antiviral drug remdesivir is a sign his infection may be serious, even though the timeline is still unclear. Trump condition concerned, staff doctors 1 day of mixed messaging. They say 48 hours are most critical. So let us analyze it. After Trump, physician and other doctors provided the update that Trump's health and administration official later identified by the Associated Press and the New York Times as Meadows met the reporters and described President's condition earlier in the week very concerning. The official said the next 48 hours will be critical in terms of his care. So friends, Donald Trump has a chart of Leo Ascendant. Leo Ascendant is rising. He is born on the 14th June 1946, 10:54 hours, Jamaica, New York. So friends, he is running the Dasha of Jupiter, Saturn, Mars till 26th of October. I have been mentioning in all my articles that Trump has a fallen Jupiter in the second house and attains the status of a marker, and Saturn aspects Jupiter, and it is said that when Saturn is connected to the second house, he becomes a Marak, he becomes more Marak. Saturn is the 7th, 6th and the 7th lord, and it is aspecting Jupiter in the second house in the Marka Sthan where Jupiter is fallen. In his case, Jupiter is fallen and aspects the 10th house. My observation is, you pull out any chart. If you pull out the chart of the previous CJ, Chief Justice of India, he has a fallen Venus in the 10th house. And you all know what all happened. It gives a bad name. He may escape it, but he did get a bad name because of the sex, case which was against him. So friends, similarly, Uddhav Thackeray has Mercury in the 10th house, which is fallen. So first he will give him the job, and then he will have a bad name, and then he will have the consequences. So you pull out any n number of cases, then n number of cases. Fallen planet is extremely venomous. It first gives A malefic first gives good results and then bad results. A malefic fallen planet is extremely menace, and now Mars today is a fallen planet and it is in the 8th house of Trump and aspecting the Mars Sun as far as the US is concerned. As far as he is concerned, Mars from the 9th house till it was not fallen, it was aspecting Sun and Venus in the 12th house. Now let us see further. Saturn, it is running the dasha of the antardasha of Saturn, antardasha, and is the 6th lord in the natal chart and has been activated by the transit. Stationary Saturn has activated the 6th lord. The transit Saturn in stationary position is aspecting Saturn at 0 degrees in the 12th house where Venus is also placed. So friends, and he is found positive in coronavirus. So the 22nd Dreshkon sign is Pisces and 64th Navamsha is Gemini and 85th Dwadamsha is Taurus. Let us analyze the Dreshkon chart. The Dreshkon chart is most important. If you have to see any disease, we must see the Dreshkon chart. It is the D3 chart. The Lagna Lord of the natal Rashi chart is Sun and Saturn are 6-8 in the 6-8 axis and in Rahu Ketu axis are not good. The Lagna Lord of the natal chart and the Saturn has to be seen in the D3 chart. They are both in the Rahu Ketu axis. It is not good because Saturn is also the 6th lord. Lord of the sign occupied by Saturn is Moon. The Moon can cause dropsy. Dropsy, an old term for the swelling of the soft tissues due to the accumulation of excess water. Now, this Lord Moon is afflicted, it is in Rahu Ketu axis and afflicted by Ketu. So, the cause of the illness will be infection, and since Moon is with Ketu, the disease may go undiagnosed properly. It may go undiagnosed properly. Saturn is not transiting in the trinal house from the Dreshkon sign Pisces, but it is aspecting the sign Pisces. Jupiter is transiting in the trinal sign from the Lagna, Leo of the D3 chart is not good. Most malefic till 20th November 2020. It is said that from the D3 Lagna, if Jupiter is transiting in the trinal house and a person is sick, it is not good. So friends, let me go further. Here, there is a reason for the doctors to be alert for the cure of the disease. The disease may not get cured easily. Let us analyze the Trishamsha chart, D30 chart. The Lagna Aquarius, 10th house Scorpio and having affliction to the luminaries by Rahu and Ketu. This indicates suffering due to karmic misfortunes. Now let us see the D60 chart. The 8th Lord Jupiter of the birth chart has in the Lagna and has the aspect of the 8th Lord of the D60, Mars. It is not good. Now let us go to the D12 chart. The 85th Dwadamsha is Taurus and the Lord is Venus, and Venus is placed in the 12th house in the natal chart with Saturn the 6th Lord. Now let us see the disease now. The D6 chart, the Lagna Lord of the D6 chart is in the 6th house with the 6th Lord of the natal chart in the 6th house, extremely bad for diseases. 11th house is the house of expansion of the diseases, and luminaries and Rahu Ketu are in this house, extremely bad for the disease. The Lagna Lord of D3 and D1 is Sun and Ketu, both in the 11th house of expansion of the disease. The disease will expand. The placement of Mars in a fiery sign is good because it is in the 12th house. In a fiery sign, it is good for cure. So he may be cured. He may get cured. Placement of Mars in the fiery sign is best for cure in the 12th house of confinement till Partantar Dasha of Rahu starts from 27th October which may not be good for cure. After Rahu Dasha, it may not be good for cure. Ketu and 6 Lord Saturn in the natal chart are in 6-8 axis. It is not good for cure. Ketu and Mars are in 2-12 axis. Again, not good for cure. Hence, from the above, it seems trouble may start more troubles may start from the 27th October when Pratantra Dasha of Rahu will be in operation till 15th March 2021. Oh, that's a long process. Coronavirus will take about 10-15 days. So, he may get cured. He may get cured as far as because the Dasha of Rahu starts on 27th of October. So, if he is not cured till 27th of October, then it is very bad. D8 chart, the Lagna Capricorn and the Lord is debilitated in the 4th house is not good. So the Lagna of D8 should be strong for the longevity of the person. The 8th Lord Sun in the chart is not strong, and in Rahu Ketu axis in the 7th house, and the transit of Rahu Ketu axis as per the D8 chart is also there, is not good at all. All this shows indication there is a short life, roughly I may tell you, the affliction to the 8th Lord in the D8 chart shows a person has short life. Planets afflicted by Rahu, Ketu, Sun and Moon. Moon in the 7th house, hence chronic trouble to wife, because the 7th Lord is Moon, and it is said that whichever planet is with Saturn or Rahu, Ketu in D8 chart, and the ownership has to be seen. Now the ownership is the 7th Lord, and coincidentally, his wife is also suffering from coronavirus. His D8 chart shows that his wife is also suffering from disease. Hence, from the above planetary position show trouble to both Donald Trump and Melania Trump. 12th Lord of the birth chart is Moon and afflicted, so there will be hospitalization. Right? The combinations are neither good for becoming the present again and even for health. Now, hence from the above, we may say that the conclusion that the planetary positions are most malefic for early cure. But Mars is placed well, but the transit Mars is not placed well, so there are some constraints. So, taking a positive stance, if he gets cured before 27th, then it is good, but he can have a relapse after the 27th of October. After 27th of October is not good, because then the Pratantra Dasha of Rahu will start. And Rahu is placed in D6 chart in the house of expansion of disease, where Sun and Moon are also there. So friends, after Rahu Dasha will be Jupiter Dasha, and then after Jupiter will be Saturn. So Saturn Pratantra will be bad. So friends, the Lagna Lord, now let us see the progression chart. The Libra sign is rising in the progression chart, and the Lord is debilitated and placed in the 12th house with Mars the 7th and the 2nd Lord. Moon is placed in the star of Venus again, and the Lord is again, and Lord is placed in 212, and Lord is again debilitated in the 12th house from Lagna. Lagna is placed in the star of Mars, who is again placed in the 12th house. So all the combinations are showing the 12th house. Lagna has Jupiter, the 6th Lord. So all this is also showing that he has illness. Saturn is placed in the 10th house with Mercury and aspects Mars and Venus in the 12th house. The combinations are neither good for becoming the president again and even for health. Varshphal, 74th year. If you see the Varshphal, the MUNTHA is placed in the 4th house, and the Lord is placed in the 11th house, and Rahu is placed in the 12th house. So MUNTHA is placed in the 4th house, results in sickness and ill health, misunderstandings, mental disturbance, physical ailment, loss of wealth, disgrace and displeasure from rulers. So once he loses, he will also face displeasure from the next president. He may try his all odds, may not be successful. He may try to delay everything, but may not be successful. Lord is placed in the 11th house on the mount of Rahu. So what good results can we expect for him?
From the above, it is clear that the planet positions are not conducive for Donald Trump using the birth chart, VARSHPHALA chart and the Vedic progression chart by MANNU SMRITI. He may face fall in status and bad health may continue. The Jupiter in the second house is a MARAK and in the natal chart and transiting in the fifth house as a foreign planet in the 8th from the 10th house, who is the 8th lord from LAGNA. He is bound for trouble. The D8 chart also shows acute trouble to his wife due to coronavirus. MUNTHA in the 4th house will add woes to the illness of both. So I don't have the chart of Melania Trump. It is indication that she may also be in trouble, but Trump will be in more trouble. So that is what I just wanted to share. Please read my articles where I have already predicted long back that Donald Trump cannot win these elections. Now I'll tell you, most surprising thing is 99.9% astrologers do not know what is a fallen planet, and they are predicting Trump will win. Let us see what happens. Let us see what happens. All those people, all those astrologers who are not acquainted what a fallen planet is, they will be totally wrong in their predictions. Like Mars is a fallen planet today to the 4th of October and nearest to Earth and aspected by Saturn, stationary Saturn. There will be warlike conditions and you have seen already. And this time is not good, especially when Sun goes in Libra after the 17th October. I will write an article on the lunation chart on the ingress of Sun in Leo, so I'll elaborate it more. That's all, friends. This is all I just wanted to share. Astrology is a most amazing science. I didn't have the time for when Donald Trump was taken to the hospital. If I had it, I would have said what exactly would happen. The birth chart is a static chart. Birth chart is a static chart. It's very difficult to predict from the birth chart. Prashna chart is a dynamic chart. You know each and everything what is happening. So combining the two, you can give very good results. And on dot, you can predict even the time you can predict. But unfortunately, I don't have the time. Friday morning, he was hospitalized. It's very difficult what time he was taken. Now, all the calculations, you have to calculate the Mrityu Sputa, the Deh Sputa, the Pran Sputa, and then if Mrityu Sputa is the greatest, then it is very bad. And then you have to calculate the Gulika, then Trishamsha Sputa. So many things have to be calculated which cannot be calculated in the birth chart because birth chart is stationary. It is stagnant. It's not stagnant, it is a stationary chart. It is not a dynamic chart. It is a static chart. So friends, this is all I just wanted to share. So thank you for listening to me and have a good day. Thank you. Bye-bye.